you on the right one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, cool. So, we're going to start our intro. So, in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members by using social media platforms. The virtual fitness class tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning an exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active Questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference documents. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercises presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult your healthcare provider. If a CAF member sustains an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. Alright, so today, full body conditioning. We're going to do it a little bit differently. My name is Brandon Lenentine. I am an FSI at Shearwater, but I'm over at Dockyard for the day, so you're stuck with me. So, full body conditioning. If I look off to the side, I have a whiteboard over there. Don't be concerned. General and specific warm-ups to start off with. And then we're going to get into our A1, A2 coupling. So we're going to do a Tabata style workout at the beginning of dumbbell swings to press, which is a hinge and vertical push, and an isometric split squat. Obviously, I'll explain what those are when we get there. And then B1, B2 is a kickstand squat, supersetted with sandbag rows. And then we'll get into Turkish sit-ups with an alternating 90-90. So, for today's workout, you're going to need some sort of dumbbell-esque thing. You can use dumbbells, books, water jugs, laundry detergent jugs, whatever you got. Just something that you can kind of swing and press. You can use a backpack as well, or a sandbag if you have it. It's completely up to you. After that, you're going to need a backpack, sandbag, a pillowcase full of dirt, your dog, whatever you got. And then after that, we'll need a lighter dumbbell, and then just your body. So we'll wait a couple more seconds and let people trickle in. Is a comment. Perfect. Cool. So we'll give it another 30 seconds, and then we'll start. So grab your water, grab your dumbbell-esque utensil, grab a sandbag-esque thing. If you don't have a sandbag, fill a backpack full of books, something to have a little bit of weight involved. And then we will go from there. So like I said, our warm-up, general warm-up, and then we're going to get into our specifics. Okay? So with that being said, we are going to get started. So the first one we're going to do here is world's greatest stretch. We're going to get both of our hips in flexion and extension, and then world's greatest stretch. We're going to start off with that. It's a little bit specific, but it's more dynamic as well. So you're going to go back into a nice deep lunge. Back knee comes to the floor. You're going to press that hip as far forward as you can, trying to get that back hip straight. Whatever foot is forward, that hand is going to swing through your arm, and then you're going to rotate up. So we're going to do this 12 times per side. You're going to breathe in as you come down. You're going to breathe out as you come up, trying to get a little bit further each time. And then just slowly rotate through at your own pace. Gradually trying to go further, trying to get that hip straighter as you go through. Once you're done, switch sides. Once again, when you reset, foot forward, nice deep lunge. So we'll get that front view. Rotate down, rotate up. Reaching as far up and as far through as you can. Nice and steady. Once you're done, we'll get you to stand up. Give a few more seconds here. By that I mean about 15 to get where you need to be. Once you're finished, like I said, hop up. Next one, we're just going to warm up our explosiveness and our gaits a little bit. So you're just going to Do a nice little skip on the spot. We're going to do this for 20 seconds. Similar to high knees, but we get a little bit more spring for what we're going to do. So we're going to do some hinging today. We're going to hit most of the primal movements, except for the gait. We've got a range of motion exercise in that spot, but we're going to hit all of the other ones. Good. Next one, Frankenstein's or leg swing. So you're just going to stand up tall, swing your leg up, keep it as straight as you can, kick your hands. We're going to do 12 of these per side. If you need to, you can hold the wall to keep yourself balanced. Once you're done to 12, switch sides. Exhale as you kick up. And then relax. Next one, we're going to get into your hips. So we're going to do an alternating 90-90. So we're going to come down to the floor. What we're going to do is you're going to place your feet so you have 90 degrees in that back knee, 90 degrees in your hips, your groin, 90 degrees in that front knee. Big thing here is we want to try to keep our pelvis flat on the floor as we rotate over. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your feet up onto your heels and we're going to pivot there. So we're going to start with our hands on the ground. You're going to bring your legs over to that starting position on the other side. Try to keep this hip as close to the floor as possible. Rotate through. That's 1. 2. We're going to do 10 with our hands on the floor. 10 with our hands off the floor. That's half. So this is our range of motion exercise later on in today's workout. 9, 10. So this one, you're going to bring your hands up the best you can. If you can't do this one, just keep your hands on the floor and we'll go through it again. So you're up and you're going to rotate through. It's a little bit harder. Just trying to warm up those hips. After this, we'll do a little shoulder range. Just rotate through as best you can. Once you get to 10, you're good. Give you a few seconds to finish up here. By that I mean 10. 5. And relax. So, next one's general shoulders. I'm just going to start with small circles forward. As we go through, we're gradually going to make those circles bigger until we get to this nice, wide shoulder circles. Wide as it can go. And then now we're going to start making them smaller. Just squeeze those fists the whole time. Nice and small. Pause, and then switch directions. Tiny circles first. Gradually get bigger. You get all the way back. Through. We got 2 more after this. Gradually make them smaller. So we're back to those little circles at the beginning. And relax. And then easy for the shoulders. We are going to go overhead a little bit. Next one, we're going to do 3 inchworms. So a little bit different because of the amount of space I have with the frame. What you're going to do is you're going to hinge down, bring your hands to the floor. You're going to come out, high plank, back in. That's 1, okay? We want to keep our hips nice and square forward. We don't want to shift back and forth. We want to keep it nice and square. Feel that tension in our hamstrings. So we're going to do 3 more. That first one doesn't count. So we have 3 additional reps, okay? Once again, hinge back, hands to the floor, walk it out, tall plank, back up, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings, come back up. That's 1. Down, out, back up, squeeze, stand, hips back, down, walk it out, back to do 10 seconds front plank, 10 seconds side, 10 seconds the other side, just to warm up our core. We'll give you 90 seconds, and then we're going to do our demo movements, and then we'll get right into it. So, forearm plank, coming down, and we're going to go up in 3, 2, 1, up. Move more in frame. Relax. Side plank. Going up in 3, 2, 1, up. So pulling those ribs towards your hips. Down. Other side. Same idea. Going up in 3, 2, 1, up. And down. So grab a drink, whatever else you need. I'll give you 90 seconds from now, and then we're going to press our first two movements. Cool. So the first movements, you're going to need some sort of dumbbell-esque thing. I'm going to use dumbbells. You can use water jugs, laundry jugs, whatever you got. That's 1 minute. So, grab them, and then you just set them right down in front of you for the start. Almost ready. Started a bit early. Cool. So, if you're still drinking or resting, that's fine. Just make sure you're listening. So the first one is a dual swing to a press. If you have a backpack or a sandbag you're using, you're just going to swing and press that. So what that looks like, we're going to pick up our dumbbells. We're going to spread a little bit wider. You're going to suck them together. Almost a kettlebell swing up to your shoulders and press and repeat. So this is our hinge in our vertical press. So when you come down, you're pushing your hips back, swinging through and up, keeping that nice neutral spine the whole time. Okay? So that's number one. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds for transition. The next one is an isometric split squat. So what that looks like is you're going to come back into a lunge, down, and you're going to hold it here. Okay? Keep that arch set. You want both knees in line with the center toe on both forward and rear leg. 20 seconds, 10 seconds transition, then we're going to do the other leg. We're going to do all of that 3 times. Okay? So go ahead, take the next 25 seconds, since it matches up with the clock. Practice that movement, and then we'll give you a 15-second countdown, and we'll get going. If you want to use a lighter weight to start, that's fine, just to gradually warm up. That's what I'm going to do. And 2 sets of dumbbells. So, grab your utensil, take your last drink. We got 10 seconds. Set this down. So starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So pick it up, swing, press. Got a sandbag, you're just bringing it down to the knee, or swinging it through your backpack, and press. Nice and steady. Nice and stable overhead. Good. 10 seconds transition, and then we're going into our isometric lunge. So you're going for as many reps as possible in that time. And we're back. So down and lunge. And just hold. First round is not too bad. Round after that is a little bit worse. Third round, not great. Almost there. 2, 1, stand. 10-second transition. 3, 2, 1, down. You're saying, dig that big toe into the ground on that rear leg. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, good. Grab your dumbbells, more backpack, whatever you got. Get in position, 3, 2, 1, go. As many reps as you can. Try to get into a nice breathing pattern. Keep that core engaged. Good. 10-second transition. 3, 2, 1. We're into our lunge. Quick transitions on this one. Halfway. Two, 1. Rest. Switch sides. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Into that lunge position. So just an isometric hold. Deeper you are, the harder it's going to be. 3, 2, 1. Stand. One more. 3, 2, 1. Last round of swings to press. Relax. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Just hang up. Halfway. 3, 2, 1. Rest. One more. 3, 2, 1, go. Last round of this one. Quick and dirty. Five seconds. Relax. Good. We got 90 seconds, then we go to our next one. So grab a drink, whatever else you need. Next one you will need your sandbag or backpack, pillowcase full of dirt, whatever you got. You can use dumbbells or kettlebells for this one as well, if you don't have either of those previous things. Once we get to a minute, I'll do our demo. We'll go from there. I should move this to the side so you can see my feet at the beginning of this. About halfway through our rest. If you got shoes on, you may want to do this next one rather barefoot, or at least in socks. You can pay attention to your technique a little bit more. So, still got some time. We're just going to go through the explanation. What we're going to do is they're called kickstand squats. And what that means is you're going to off-center your feet a little bit. So, I'm going to lead with my left leg. My right big toe is going to be in the center of the arch on my opposing foot. Okay? Once that happens, that foot is going to come up onto the big toe. From there, we're going to squat. And you're going to keep yourself nice and square. Okay? Kickstand squats. 8 on one side, and then you're going to switch and do it on the other. If you can't do that, we're just going to do a staggered step squat. Okay? Same idea. You're going to come up on your toe a tiny bit on that rear leg. Same principle. We're just trying to get a little bit of extension in that back toe. Okay? You can load it as well, holding a sandbag through that. So that's 1. So we're doing 3 sets of 8. That's 8 per side, so a total of 16. After that, our 2 sandbag row, or a backpack row, a kettlebell row, some sort of row. So what we're going to do is you're going to have your item here. You're going to hinge back, push those hips towards the wall. You're going to pull up and squeeze, nice and controlled. So you're pulling those elbows up to the side, up till 90 degrees. You're going to squeeze in your armpits like you're trying to crush an orange. And we're going to do 15 reps there. Okay? And we're going to alternate, no rest in between. Okay? Take a couple moments to breathe if you have to, but transition as quickly as possible. Okay? So go ahead, try out those movements. We'll give you 30 seconds to try them out and adjust. And once we get to the top of the clock, we will start. No time, and we're just going to go through. So once again, kickstand squat. You're going to start a little offset. Big toe is going to be in the center of your arch, or the center of your foot opposite side, up onto the toe, and we're going to squat. So it's going to force you off. We got 15 seconds. I'm going to load it. I'm going to do the first round without, and then we're going to load her up, just so you can see both ways. 5 seconds. Set yourselves up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So, up on that toe, you're going to squat down nice and slow. Keep those hips nice and straight, and push up. Breathing in on the way down, out on the way up. You're doing 8 per side. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then you're just going to switch feet. If your feet cramp a little bit, shake it out, go back in. So, sitting up on the other side, same thing. Inhale down, exhale up. Exaggerate your breathing if you have to get it down, as long as we're doing it correctly. Halfway. Good. Once you're done, you're going immediately into that row. So safe lifting technique up, feet underneath the hips, chuck that chin, keep a nice neutral spine, hinge at the hips, pull up. 15 reps. Breathe in all the way down. Try to squeeze that middle back together. So squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top. Pull your elbows back towards the wall. Once you're done, right back into your squats. So I'm going to load this one. There we go. We lost a little bit. Oh, we're back. Back into it. Nice and steady. Keep that core engaged. Once you're done, switch sides. Kind of similar to a front squat in the loading pattern. The only difference is that offset. Take a breath in between, right into our rows. I forgot my water. Stay picking it up. In on the way down, out on the way up. That's 2. Again, set your feet and back up. Two to go. One more set of rows. Then we get a break. Same idea. Sit nice tall. Reset your left. Done. 90 seconds. Then we'll intro the next one. Finish up. If you're still going, go 2 minutes to allow people to finish up. Then we're going to do our last one, which is a core exercise with a hip mobility exercise. So we're going to twist and a range of motion. After that, we'll cool down and get out of here. Take a breath. We're 30 seconds in. For this one, you'll need a dumbbell or a lighter kettlebell, something light. Use your water bottle. You can use a laundry detergent jug, anything that's about 10, 15, 20 pounds. If you've never done it before, you're going to want something lighter. So I'm going to use 15, so that's what we got. We'll go from there. Once you're there, just going to bring it to the floor. That's a minute into our rest. One more minute, and we're going to get started. You can keep your water next by. Keep your water close by. Cannot speak. 45 seconds. This one's not going to be crazy. It's going to be a little bit difficult at the beginning because you're probably not used to the movement, but we'll get through it. Once you're ready, we're going to come to the floor. I'm going to move my whiteboard out of the way so I can actually see the spot. "25 seconds. Down to the floor. Keep that kettlebell, dumbbell, laundry detergent, bottle of water, your cat, whatever you got. You got 10 seconds. So, first one, Turkish sit-up. So this is a partial rendition or partial movement of our Turkish sit-up. So that is the full rendition. We aren't going to cover that today. There's a lot of steps. So we're going to do the first 2. We're going to lie on our side. You're going to take your dumbbell. You're going to bring it up, roll on your back, center your chest. What we're going to do is left leg is going to go straight to start. Right hand is going to come up, sink that shoulder. Right leg is up and bent. So that right leg, you are pushing that foot into the ground the whole time. Left hand comes out on a 45-degree angle. Big thing here is you always want to keep your heels dug into the floor. You never want them to come up. So whenever you're ready, we're going to watch this dumbbell the whole time. It's always going to be directly above our shoulder. We're going to come up onto the elbow and back down. That's it. That's 1. So up, keep it nice and steady, and down. We're going to do 8 of these. Just nice and steady. Keep that wrist straight. Keep that wrist and dumbbell or kettlebell or your cat right above your shoulder. That way the line of force is directly through 3 joints. Got 1 more. Down. Lower it to your chest. Switch sides. I'm going to rotate just so you guys can see. It's the same thing, but this time it's in your left hand. Coming up on the right elbow. You're looking at this dumbbell or whatever's in your hand the whole time. Once you're done, you're going to lower it to your chest. You're going to roll it to the side to make sure you get the safest dismount as you possibly can. So we're going to roll that slightly out of the way. Give you a couple seconds to regather yourself. Then we're going to do the 90-90 hip opener that we did at the beginning. So that alternating 90-90, but we're going to do it without our hands on the floor. So, just a reminder, 90 degrees that back leg, 90 degrees in the hips or the groin, 90 degrees in that front knee. You're going to dig those heels into the floor. You're going to rotate over, keeping your pelvis and your butt cheeks on the floor best you can. We're going to go forward and back 10 times. So that was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Relax, get 30 seconds, and then we're going to do it all over again. So set up your dumbbell wherever you need to. 20 seconds. If you don't want to rest, hop right back into it. If you need one, you got 10 seconds left. By all means, if you need longer, go ahead and take it. I can't see what you're doing, so you do you. 5 seconds. So lying on your side, coming up, left foot down, left foot hand on 45, right up over the shoulder, push those heels into the floor, coming straight up. Breathe in on the way down, exhale as you come up. Got one more. Switch sides. Once again, I'm going to rotate just so you can see. This time, right leg out, right hand 45. And one side is going to be more difficult than the other. Two left. One. Down. Once you're done, 90-90. 90 degrees front in the groin and back leg. Rotate through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a breather 30 seconds, then we're into our last round. Once again, if you don't want to take a break, go ahead, hop right into that third round. It's completely up to you. We got 15 seconds until we go again. Now we're going to start our cool down. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, begin. So once again, nice stable stance. Up and back down. Always looking at that dumbbell. Wrist always stays over top of the shoulder. Exhale on the way up. Inhale down. Once you're done, switch arms. Same thing, last set of sit-ups. Two left. One more set of 90-90, and we're done. Again, 90 back knee, 90 hip, 90 front leg. Rotate through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Go through. We'll go 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds for you to catch up. Grab a drink, and then we will start our cool down. Thanks, EFG. Your products are unreal. All right. 15 seconds. And we're going to start our cool down. We're going to get into the hips, so we're just going to do a nice pulsing hip extension. Get into that a little bit. All right, so we'll just start getting into position. So you're going to come down to one knee. I want you to think your pelvis is an ice cream scoop, and we're going to scoop it up and forward. So you're going to push your hip back. You're going to scoop your butt underneath you, so you'll feel a little bit of tension in that front hip, and then you're just going to come forward. May have to go on an angle, feel that stretch in the front. We're just going to hang out here for 30 seconds. If you want, you can pulse forward slightly and just hang out. Pulsing allows a little bit more, but play around with it, see where you feel the deepest stretch, and hang out there for 10 more seconds. And relax, release. Other side. Scoop that hip under. Push forward, and time is on. So either hold here, go out to the side, or pulse forward a tiny bit. Whichever one you need to do, or whichever one feels comfortable. We'll get into the quads after this. We did a lot of quad stuff with our kickstand squat and our kickstand squat and our isometric split squat, so we'll make sure to get into that area. 5 seconds. And relax. So we're going to come down to the floor. We're going to do hurdler stretch. So one leg forward, one leg bent to the side. You're going to push that hip forward and away from you. You can drop down to one elbow, drop down to both elbows, or bring your back all the way to the floor. Whichever one makes you comfortable. And we got 30 seconds on the clock. You always want to spend at least 30 seconds in a stretch, anywhere from 30 seconds, 2 minutes area. For the sake of what we're doing today, we're going 30 seconds. If you want to hang out more, by all means do so. Almost there. Relax. Switch sides. And we're coming back. 30 seconds on the clock. One side will probably feel tighter than the other. One side usually does. Ten seconds. 5. And come on up. Simple glute stretch. I'm going to come across before we get into our piriformis. Come through. This might not feel as intense as it did previously, as the 90-90 does get into that internal rotation of the hip. So it gets right in this area. We got 10 seconds left. And slowly unwind. We're going to the other side. After this, we'll do a piriformis stretch. We'll do a classic shoulder stretch with a slight modification. And then you're off to wreak havoc on the town. Or whatever else you want to do today. I'm going to shower and eat, but you do you. 10 seconds. 5. And relax. So this next one, you're going to lie down on your back. You're going to bring one leg up and over the other. One hand is going to come back outside to grab your hamstrings. The other hand is going to come through the center of your legs to grab the hamstrings or the knee. And you're going to pull your knee towards your chest. You should feel a stretch in your opposite hip. So I am stretching my right hip at this point. If you want a deeper stretch, pick up your head. If this is enough for you, you're just going to hang out here. 15 seconds left. Big thing here is make sure you breathe. You're not going to the point of pain, you're going to the point of discomfort. Slowly unwind, drop that foot down to the floor, unwind the hips, switch legs. So, in this case, my left leg coming up, I am grabbing my right knee, pulling it towards my chest. Once again, you want a deeper stretch, pull up the head into this semi-crunch position, and breathe. 15 seconds. 5. And relax. Next one, last one, we're going to do a modified classic shoulder stretch. So you can be seated or standing. You're going to have your elbow bent, you're going to bring it across, and you're going to hug the elbow into the chest. Same idea as when your arm is straight, but since our elbow is bent, it turns our tricep off so we can get a little bit deeper into the stretch in the shoulder. Same idea, 30 seconds. We got 15 left. And breathe. And slowly unwind, switch shoulders. Same idea, elbow bent, hug it in. By all means, stretch on your own time. Mobility is something that we don't do enough. So spend some time, do some stretches in the morning, right before bed. Right before bed is good. Kicks up that parasympathetic nervous system, helps put you to sleep. 5 seconds. And there we are. So, get some food, stretch a little bit more, definitely drink some water, stretch on your own time. Thank you guys for joining, and we will see you guys in the next one.